It's the NFL on EA Sports. In our...
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Now here's Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Cardinals very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
Yeah, they'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on a catch and run, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans had 8-1 on the year, and they come in off a loss, which snapped that impressive 8-game winning streak.
Well, you'll never be able to get a team to admit that a loss is a good thing. It's never in any team's DNA. But sometimes it relieves a little bit of the pressure, and now they can start fresh.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They get 6. That'll 4.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here goes Stroud again. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came
Still
out.
First down.
Go!
Now a handoff for Pierce. And he'll take this one down to the 36. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Stroud now on 2nd down. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Boyd in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The numbers there for Connor in last week's game. 16 carries, 73 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. To throw is Dobbs. And complete to Zach Ertz. A huge play there for Arizona. 54 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Used to have the coaches tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And the Cardinals are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here comes Dell on the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. That's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Look at this Arizona defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room for improvement.
2nd catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready?
Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Dobbs to throw. That is caught. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. This is Connor running right. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Dobbs. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, it's Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. And Stroud now to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. On second down, here's Pierce. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Dobbs. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. That one a first down pickup of 8. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Now left side on the swing pass. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Dobbs throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in... An interception can result. They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. To the right side and caught by Dell.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Now the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've hit halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Christian Harris has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Will Anderson, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Able to avoid it. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, here's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Well, they pick up the 1st down over the gain of 4.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incomplete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is
lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a touchback as George elects not to return it. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Dobbs. Middle of the field. He finds Pascal. And a gain of 5. And that will bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs.
Short one here, caught by McBride.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
James Conner, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are back within a score.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Stroud off the play fake. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
These guys running back out of the backfield.
Powering his way forward. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. On a slant, here's Collins.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Downs. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw, Dobbs. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 6.
To throw is Dobbs. Screen pass to Connor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. A good throw here, finding Pascal. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 30-yard line.
A give running right is Counter. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
A 43-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
Responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player having that type of a day, because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. But bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, you know, would they rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns?
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns, but all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's Stroud. That is intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Cardinals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 40.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well. And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get 1 key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
On the set. Ready.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Stroud now on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down